I was born in Syria, and my parents decided to move to Saudi Arabia. So I went to school in Saudi Arabia. I grew up there, but my identity has always been Syrian. My parents kind of shielded me from a lot of things because they did not want to raise me, afraid or just with prejudice and hatred. So they kind of shielded me from all that. But when the war broke out, we reached a point when I would see my my home on the news. There came a point where we started to have discussions. I visited Syria in 2011. There was the beginning of the war. It wasn't as bad, but of course it was still pretty bad. And I wasn't in a very dangerous place, but things were changing. I saw that things were a lot more different. Whenever I went to Syria, things were always happy. Everyone was, everywhere. There were parties every night. But when I went in the beginning of the war, it was like everyone was staying at home. Everyone was afraid. So I kind of saw that transition. Okay. Sorry. They've told me, I have a cousin who's 6 years younger than me, and he loved me so much, and I love him so much. Like, he was like a brother to me. Maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, there was a blast that happened in my hometown. The windows all shattered, and when I spoke to my other cousin, which is his sister, and she was telling me he lost his best friend, and they were coming back from school or something, so my cousin could have easily been there. And she told me that he locked himself in the room and he's not leaving, and he lost his best friend. So I think, to me, that I just couldn't imagine. And he posted a picture of his friend before the blast, and they were together and they were laughing, and they're just little kids. And I think a couple of his other friends are still at the hospital to this day, but I'm not sure. I think they are. I mean, I hear stories like that, and I've heard other stories that a few months ago, before the summer of 2016, there were 3 blasts that happened. My aunt lost her friends, my cousin, my mom, she lost people that she knew, and I don't know how to react to that in a lot of ways. I see pictures of places where I used to walk. I used to just run and play, and I just look at them, and I saw the pictures, and it's just a car that's blown up where I used to walk, where a lot of people were walking when it happened, and just having fun, coming back from school. Kids were coming back from school. I think there are a lot of stories right now like that happening in Syria, and it's very hard to believe that it's real, but it is.